From Season 3 is about to drop, and the trailer is packed with new faces, returning favorites, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. But to understand what's really going on in this terrifying town, we need to look closer at the characters themselves. Who are the key players? What secrets are they hiding? And how do their connections to each other and to the town's history hold the key to understanding its mysteries? In this video, we're diving deep into the world of From, exploring every character and their role in the grand scheme of the show's most chilling puzzle. Alright, so let's start with Boy Stevens. The man with the weight of the town on his shoulders. He's the sheriff, the leader, the one everyone looks for answers. But Boyd is more than just a tough guy with a badge. He's a complex character, haunted by his past, grappling with the impossible, and wrestling with the darkness both inside and outside of himself. Now you might be thinking, well duh, he's the main character. Of course, he's complicated, but what makes Boyd so compelling is that he's not your typical hero. He's flawed, he makes mistakes, and he's constantly questioning his own abilities. What I find fascinating about Boyd is how the town pushed him to his breaking point. It forced him to confront the darkest parts of himself, to make decisions he never thought he'd have to make, and to question everything he believes in. Think about that moment in Season 1 when he's forced to shoot Abby, his own wife. It's a scene that shatters your heart, but it also reveals the true horror of the town, its ability to corrupt even the strongest bonds, and to twist love into something monstrous. Then there's Boyd's encounter with Martin in the well. Transfer of the worms, that strange entity adds a whole new meaning to his character arc. He's not just fighting the monsters outside, he's battling a darkness that's slowly consuming him from within. Well, not anymore. So Boyd's journey in Season 3 may be about confronting that darkness, about finding a way to break free from the town's influence, even if it means sacrificing himself. Remember those final words Father Khatri said to him, "You need to tell the people it will be okay." Boyd's desperate search for a way out and his willingness to confront the monsters is driven by that promise. He wants to save the town, but he also wants to atone for his past sins. But will Boyd's sacrifice be enough? Okay, let's move on to Kenny, Boyd's protégé, and a character whose journey in Season 3 promised to be explosive. Alright, so if Boyd is the heart of From, Kenny is the soul. He's the moral compass, the voice of reason, the one who reminds everyone what they're fighting for. But Kenny's also carrying a heavy burden, the weight of his father's death, the betrayal he feels from Boyd, and the pressure of stepping into a leadership role that, hey, he's not sure he's ready for. You may be saying, okay, but didn't Kenny already step up in Season 2? And yeah, he did. We saw him take charge, protect the town, and even offer comfort to Christy. But Kenny's journey in Season 3 could be about confronting a whole new level of darkness. What I'm excited to see is how Kenny reacts to the escalating threat of the monsters and the town's increasingly sinister nature. He's already shown a willingness to fight back, but will he be able to maintain his humanity in the face of such unimaginable horrors? Remember how shaken he was after seeing the cicadas in his dream? That scene foreshadows a deeper connection between the monsters and the town's residents, a connection that could test Kenny's sanity. Now let's move into Kenny's mother, Tien Chen, a woman whose quiet spirit and love for her family have made her a beacon of hope in Fromville, but whose fate in Season 3 is shrouded in uncertainty. She's the heart of the diner. She's the one who offers a warm meal, a kind word, and a sense of normalcy in a town that lost its ways. But her journey in From is about more than just providing comfort. It's about holding on to hope and finding power in the face of unimaginable loss. It's easy to assume that she's just a background character, the loving mother who supports her son. Let's dive into the enigma that is Victor, a character whose secrets and connection to Fromville run deeper than anyone else. But so Victor's a character in From that you want to be friends with. He's quiet, he's watchful, and he seems to know way more about the town's secrets than he's letting on. And there's a reason for his silence, a reason behind those haunted eyes. Victor's journey is a story of trauma, loss, and a desperate search for a connection in a world that has taken everything from him. Now you might be thinking, so yes, we already know about his past and his family's dead, but the flashbacks in Season 2 just scratch the surface. Victor's memories are fragmented, his emotions buried deep, and those drawings are like pieces of a shattered mirror, reflecting a truth he cannot fully face. What I find so compelling about Victor is that he's both a victim of the town and a key to understanding it. He's been there the longest. He's seen things no one else has, and those drawings might hold a map to escaping this nightmare. Now, think about his reaction to that toy in Season 2. It triggered a flood of repressed memories, revealing the reality about his sister's death and the guilt he's been carrying for decades, and it suggests that his connection to the town's runs far deeper than anyone realized. His journey through the tunnels with Tabitha was a masterclass in this. We see the cave paintings, the stacked stones, and the sleeping monsters all point to a ritualistic, almost ceremonial aspect to the town's power, and Victor's fear is to explore those hidden places, suggests that he knows the true cause of unlocking the town's secrets. So what he's going to do, and how will his connection to the boy in white will set up season 3. Now speaking of the boy in white, he is a character shrouded in mystery and whose presence raised far more questions than answers. So he is arguably the creepiest part of From. He's like a ghost, a phantom, a figment of the town's twisted imagination. He appears and disappears at will, offering advice or warnings, and his motives are as elusive as the town-owned origins. And a question you may have is, yeah, he's guided Victor and Tabitha to safety, but he also pushed Tabitha out of the lighthouse window. His actions are unpredictable, and his connection to the town's darkness is undeniable. What I find fascinating about the boy in white is that he seems to operate on a different level of reality. He's not bound by the town's rule, and he has a deep understanding of their faraway trees. He's like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit, but he might hold the key to unlocking the entire picture. Think about his words to Tabitha at the lighthouse. "This is the only way." It's a confusing statement, suggesting that escape comes at a terrible price. But what it also hints at a larger purpose. What if the boy in white is playing a long game, orchestrating events to achieve a goal we have not even begun to understand? I would not be surprised if the boy in white true nature is far more terrifying than we imagine. Okay, let's delve deeper into the character of Jim Matthews, the problem solver whose desperate quest for answers and escape might be leading him down a dangerous path. Jim is the guy in From you cannot help but root for. He's an engineer, a loving husband, and a father, and he refused to accept the town's nightmarish reality. But his relentless drive to understand the town mysteries and to find a way out could be his undoing. Now, you might be saying, but it's not that what we all want for them to achieve, to escape? Well, absolutely, but Jim's approach, this desire for escape, and his tendency to question everything might be making him a target. What's so compelling about Jim is that he shows the struggle between logic and fate. He wants a rational explanation to the town's horror, but the more he does, the more he realizes that logic doesn't apply in Fromville. Similar to Jade, like think about his reaction to the radio signal. It was a moment of pure joy, a validation of his belief that there's a way out, but that joy quickly turned to fear when the boys on the other end warned him about Tabitha. That voice, that connection to the outside world, is a double-edged sword. It offers hope, but it also exposes the characters to a new level of danger. His obsession with the radio tower, his endless tinkering, and his late-night conversations about the lights reveal his relentless mind, his inability to accept the town's rules, his searching for a solution. But what if his quest for answers lead him further into the town's web? Okay, now let's move into Julie. We know Julie Matthews, a character that is a silent observer, the one who watches and listens, taking it all in. She might be young, but she's not naive. She understands the town's power, the danger it possesses, and the fragility of hope. But Julie's also a survivor, adapting to this terrifying reality. What makes Julie so interesting is her evolving understanding of the town. She started off terrified and confused, but now she has a connection with Victor, and her own experiences with her mother begins to see the town in a different light. Her journey in season 3 could be about understanding her connection to the town, and about finding a way to use it to protect herself and her family. So let's turn our attention to Fatima, who's about to be tested in a way that could change the fate of Fromville. So Fatima is the heart of Colony House, the one who brings light and warmth to even the darkest corners of the town. She's empathetic, she's resourceful, and she embodies that power that comes from enduring unimaginable loss. But Fatima's world is about to be turned upside down in season 3. The question is, she's already been through so much, what else could possibly happen? That's what makes From so terrifying. Just when you think the characters have reached their breaking point, the town finds a new way to push them even further. What I'm most intrigued about is how Fatima's pregnancy will play out in this environment. Remember how she was told she could not have any children? Well, now she's carrying life inside her, a beacon of hope in a world of despair. But what if this hope becomes a target for the nightmare? Think about those creepy scenes with Tilly, those unsettling numbers that seem connected to the town cycle. What if Fatima's baby is far more than just a child? What if it's a key to the town's secrets? Or even a weapon in the nightmare's twisted game? We already seen how the town twists love and loyalty into weapons. Remember how the monster exploited Boyd, love for Abby, driving her to madness. Now imagine the nightmare targeting Fatima's maternal instincts, her love for her unborn child. What if the town influence is already affecting the baby? Let's see what happens with this, and I'm still intrigued to see if the child is born with a connection to the monsters, or worse, becomes a source for the nightmare's power. Now, it's in season 2 where we see new arrivals like Tilly, Randall, Mariel, and others. They bring a new light and a new way of seeing the town. Each of them have their own story, and pretty much they're like wall cards. They're going to force the other residents to confront their own fears, to question their loyalties, and to make choices that could have devastating consequences. Now Jade. So let's focus on a character whose secrets and questions might hold the key to understanding Fromville origins. Jade, the tech genius whose arrogance masks a deep-born ability. Jade is a wildcard in From, a brilliant but abrasive personality who refused to play by the town's rules. He's a tech genius who built money in the real world, and he's determined to apply his logic and problem-solving skills to escape this nightmare. But Jade's arrogance often is about a deep fear and a desperate need for control, making him vulnerable to the town manipulations. Jade is a character who wants to understand the why behind the town's mysteries, and his obsession with the symbol suggests he's on the right track. Think about what he saw with the Civil War soldier and the symbol carved in the tree. It was more than just a hallucination. It was a glimpse into the town's past, a connection to a history that the other residents have not fully understand yet. And his attempt to build the radio tower as well, it was not just about escaping. And now when he went into the cave and he saw the children and the symbol, I imagine season 3 is about him facing his own limitations. I cannot wait to see his journey. Now Donna. As we know, Donna is the heart and soul of Colony House. She's the one holding everyone together. She's tough. She has a sad grief and a story that breaks my heart with her sister. Throughout season 1 and 2, we have seen her in a desperate attempt to protect everyone. It has been such a lovely story, and dealing with the passing of many members. Donna's grief, her anger, revealed a deeper fear, the fear of losing everything she's built, of the town consuming her from the inside out. And those moments where she let her guard down, those glimpses of vulnerability with Boyd, suggest that she's not as cold and detached as she appears to be. Donna's journey is about making tough choices to confront her own demons and to find a new kind of power. Another member of Colony House, and that is Ellis. So Ellis is a son of Boyd. He's the beating heart of From. In a way, he's the artist, the dreamer, the one who seeks beauty and connection even in the darkest of places. His love for Fatima is a beacon of light, a reminder that even amongst the chaos and despair, there's still something worth fighting for. But that love, that vulnerability, could also make him a target in the town. You might think, Ellis is a good guy. Yes, but remember, Fromville preys on the heart as much as the mind, and his desire to protect and create a life of love and happiness with Fatima could be twisted into a weapon against him. Let's see what he deals with in season 3 with Fatima. Now Tabitha. Okay, let's dive into the chilling character of Tabitha, a woman who has escaped Fromville, but may find the real world holds even darker secrets. She's a mother, protector, the one who will do anything to keep her family safe. We have seen her confront the town's horrors head on, her journey into the depth of its twisted reality, and even find a way to escape its physical prison. But Tabitha's story in From season 3 is far from over. She finally found an escape into the real world, but the town is not finished with Tabitha yet. What I find so captivating about her is her determination. We know that she's been trying to understand the children, and now that she's outside, let's see what happens. She's about understanding more of the town, and we see that when she went into the caves. It's not about finding the source of the electricity curiosity. It's about digging for answers, for a way to break free from the town's control. Now that she's outside, let's see what happens in her journey. Now Father Khatri, he's the voice of reason in a world gone mad. He's the one who tried to bring a sense of peace and order to Fromville, offering peace through fate and pushing the residents to hold on to their humanity. But his journey in From is a tragic reminder that even the most faithful can be broken by the darkness. So yeah, his death was there to analyze. Well, his presence might be gone, but we have seen him in the town talking to Boyd, and his connection to his mysteries are far from over. What I find so compelling about Father is that he chose the struggle between fate and doubt. He believed there was a reason they were all trapped in the town, a purpose behind the suffering. But as the horrors escalate, as the monsters grew more, he witnessed the town's true nature. His fate was tested in ways he could never have imagined. Think about his conversation with Boyd. It's so interesting as he reveals more about the darkness in the town. And let's see, hopefully he's in season 3. Now another character, and this is the last one of the last two, and that is Sarah. So Sarah's journey has been crazy. We know that she has been in control by the monsters in a way, saying to her to do this and that to find a way to escape. He even revealed to Father Khatri everything that happened. It's so crazy, and her journey has been so painful. The death of her brother, then when she wanted to, what happened in episode 9 when she wanted to use a weapon. It's so crazy, and her journey is far from over as well. She's such an interesting character, and now we see in the trailer she's gonna be talking to Victor, so that's gonna be so interesting what those two characters talk to each other. Now Ethan, we have seen him be hurt by the town when they arrive, as well as the connection and friendship he has with Victor is something that I love about the character. He brings a new perspective into the town, like the Lake of Tears. Let's see what happened with Ethan. But that's the video for today. I wanted to discuss all the characters, what's going on, and how it's gonna be set up for season 3. There are other characters that I did not discuss, like the new arrivals, not because they're not important, because their story is not that big. Elgin is seeing things, so maybe that's important. Tilly might be a mole, so maybe. Randall sees a lot of crazy stuff. But what are your thoughts on the characters? Who is your favorite? Leave your comments below. My name is Christian from the Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.